cut the engine, and now we have to do these guys individually. So you have a full battery, right? Yes. So you can detach. And then need to switch to you. Stable engine. And then extend all solar panels so that your battery dies. And then we can... Actually, I think we just got the thing because we're still... Yeah, we have tested the ant on an escape trajectory out of Eve. Look at that. I didn't even do it intentionally. So now you want to go to Gilly. I didn't want to focus view on Gilly. I wanted to set it as a target, although focusing view isn't a bad thing. So right here, we need to burn this way and a whole bunch of right negative. 1096. Oh yeah, he's got plenty. Kind of expecting the encounter markers to be a little bit nicer than they are. But maybe we'll just do that and then worry about actually getting an encounter later, because we're really not in any hurry, especially with him. Okay, your turn. Disconnect this. We can ditch the maneuver node. Go ahead and activate this engine. There we go. And now he needs to land on Gilly with this. Just for a second, but the other guy showed that we have plenty, so I think we're going to be fine. So let's set Gilly as a target. Do the same thing. Yeah, just getting into orbit costs $1,000. Getting into orbit roughly the same as Gilly's costs $1,200. Fixing our tilt at the same time costs almost nothing. So I think we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just get into a semi-Gilly intersecting orbit. And we'll worry about it then. So I think we need to come down a little bit. No, we need to come up a little bit. Somewhere around there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, who's first? Yeah, 1 day, 11 hours. Yeah, they're 26 minutes apart, so we're fine. Let's see. This is actually... Yeah, Gilly 1 and Gilly 1 relay. I think that works as far as things are concerned. So, you are first. Let's go ahead and time warp to your maneuver node. Don't even know where Eve is. There's Eve. I've been burned so many times on fuel tanks. Like these fuel tanks draining, even though they shouldn't be able to, because there's a decoupler here. But just like I have finished so many missions and like time to come home. Oh, I have no fuel. That I constantly check them out of just fear. It's a nice, chill, relaxing burn we got going on here. So where is Gilly right now? It's way on the other side of Eve. Well, it's over to the side of Eve. Yeah, we actually have a relay connection through one of the things orbiting Gilly. That's funny. I could just lock it to retrograde, but meh. Okay, we are in orbit. Oh, and we have to do a spacewalk while in orbit of Eve as well. For our do an orbital spacewalk near Eve. I assume, yeah, it doesn't. It just has to be in orbit of Eve. It doesn't have to be at a specific altitude, which is good. Those are things that you want to check before you fly your ship all the way to a planet. Okay, that's. I mean, I was just getting it in orbit, so. Okay, let's go ahead and our scientists here go ahead and hop on out. EVA report, while at high over Eve added, and we have now achieved that. So before we burn this relay, let's head back to the Space Center. Eventually. My poor computer. And see what else they want us to do. Explore Eve, splash down, walk on the surface, and return to curve. That's what I was waiting for. I don't really want to do that. At least not in the near future. So let's go. Oh, small hard point. That's hard point. That's what Ogre was talking about, I think, as using that as the decoupler. I don't want to do min-miss stuff anymore. So that's it. I don't want to do any of those. So we'll leave that as it is. I could have just used Kerbal Alarm Clock to hop to the relay, but oh well. Okay, let's go ahead and get you into your orbit. I'm assuming you, yeah, you're a new unmanned probe. You just have to reach the orbit and maintain stability. Wow, that's a garbage engine. What is this, an engine made for ants? Yeah, I wish this contract here, this map a sentinel thing. You know, I've done what it said to do. I have the probe. These aren't checked because the current thing doesn't match them, but I haven't gotten any announcements, at least as far as I know, saying that I got those. Oops, I gotta pay attention to this. Let's slow down my time warp. Slow my roll. There we go. I haven't got anything saying that I've seen any sentinels that I've noticed. Maybe I just didn't notice. But I wish it said like you've mapped 12 of the 14 or something like that. So I would at least know that there was some progress going on the thing. And maybe if I edited the persistent file, it would tell me. But you shouldn't have to edit the persistent file. I mean, as it is, if I go, say, another 10 years without it, without getting any alerts or anything, I might just give myself this contract because I did all the work. Just never got the contract. So, okay, so you are now in orbit. And you have Gilly selected. So, we do still have a descending node. So I think I'm going to add a maneuver here to fix that. There we go. And let's see if I can also at the same time Yeah, see the problem is it's not actually telling me based on this. I have to do a burn over here in order to do that. So I think I'll just do that. But in the meantime, let's switch to the actual mission. The people who are coming home, they're a little more time sensitive than he is. So let's see if we can get you guys a Gilly crossing orbit. Now your ascending node is even garbager. Pretty sure garbager's a word. So there's that. And then you're going to have to do the same thing. So yeah, so let's hop to the relay again. And do his thing. Not used to having a ship that's maneuverable. Okay. Yes. Now we want to set up a maneuver node after this so that our next encounter markers actually show us encounters. If I just spend a little bit of fuel. We have 600, so 60 should be no big deal. And then this is the orbit we want. So that's looking pretty good. I said time warp to it. I guess we're time warping to it. I wanted to do that and then see if I could make it a little bit better. Like, say that. Did I just... No. I didn't crash the game, I just screwed up the user interface. Yeah, I don't know why I'm fiddling with this. I'm just going to do it manually anyway by the time that comes. So, okay, 67 meters per second. Okay, last little bit. Can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to thrust limit the ant engine to get this perfect. Yeah, let's just... That's perfect enough. Okay, now here we are going to do that, and might as well fix this as much as we can at the same time. It'll require a little bit of tweaking, but that's good enough. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, 136 of our 534, so good to go. Okay, let's head back to the good ship. Lollipop. Okay, 9 hours before this burn. And then we can get your encounter with Gilly set. Your burn is only 0.4 seconds, so I think I'm going to thrust limit you as well. You know what, I'll just do it like this. Like this being, I'm holding down control while hitting shift. Now we should have a perfectly aligned orbit with Gilly. We do. And then we're going to do the same thing here that we did with the other ship. We're going to speed up just enough Yeah, we have a... Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, we got to fix the radial at the same time. There we go. Oh, that's funny. We got 2 encounters. I don't know which one. Let's see. This is in 17 days. This is in 79 days. So this is the newer one. So this is the one we care about, which is fine. Wow. That should be fine. And I don't really care where we land. But I think we're gonna come directly in for a landing. We're not gonna screw around with all this trying to get into orbit and junk like that. So that looks good to me. You are the next thing to happen. So let's go ahead and do you. Did I thrust limit this? No, it's just such a chill, relaxed engine. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to get it perfect, though. The last 5 decimeters per second is what's going to determine that. Okay. So now we have 880 meters per second. Yeah, it's going to take like 250 of those to slow down. And that's what we need. Yeah, and then he can actually start helping us get home, which is perfect because we had a moderately tight budget. So that's cool. Now the question is, when the time comes, that's actually not the lit side of Gilly, which makes me a little sad. So I think I'm gonna thrust limit. I'm gonna do what I said I wouldn't do, which is not gonna really orbit Gilly so much as pass it, because the sun's basically going to be in the same spot as it is here. So we're going to pass it. Let's go 10 kilometers off the surface, because I do not trust Gilly ever since... we'll do something like that. That way we land somewhere over there. Ever since the stock game used to cause Gilly to be bigger than it looked, I've always been afraid of it. But anyway, so we could go right to this maneuver node, I guess. But I think I'm going to warp to here. That way we can get high EVA report. Sigster, do your job. Get back in. Okay. The moment of truth. Or consequences. Gonna do a suicide burn. Actually, no, this isn't the suicide burn. This is just the slowdown burn. So, Gilly 1, 18 minutes. Gilly 1 relay. Yeah, so... Well, no. Gilly 1 relay is in a day. So, yeah, we're going to be completely landed by the time we do the relay. So, I guess we'll just lock this retrograde. Warp right to it. And actually, this is a good thing too, because we're going to have what, about 500 meters per second or so when we're landed, and we can hop around and hit a bunch of biomes, which is probably not the worst idea in the world. More science equals better. I totally forgot to unthrust limit this guy. There we go. 2 minutes away. I thought it looked like we were too far away. Oh, Gilly looks pretty. I've never actually looked at Gilly. I did those satellite missions without actually looking at it. It actually looks like a grady surface of a sort of an asteroidy planetoid. And let's go. That's probably fine. This isn't a precise burn. Actually, landing in this little area doesn't look too bad. Okay, so right here, if we want to completely stop, we're talking 50 meters per second. Seems very reasonable. 3-second burn. We probably don't even need to do this with the planning tool. We can just use the sure we'll be able to stand on those, no problem. Okay, let's hit F5 and head on down there. And starting on this crater will also tell us if this crater is its own biome. I kind of like this spot right here because we're so tall. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna totally screw that up. But we're only going 2 meters per second, so it's not like we're hilariously we are falling, but it doesn't predict how long it's going to take us to hit the surface simply because we're falling so slowly. But I have Warp Anywhere installed. Warp Everywhere? I don't remember what I called it. It's my own mod. I should know the name. But I have it installed so that I can time warp quickly, even near the surface. Okay. 1 second burn. I could probably not even burn and still land okay, but I might blow up the engine if I do. Oh, nice flat area. Well, okay, I say that, but it's not 100% true. Turn it. SAS off, and it is still going. So, yeah, we're going to leave SAS on just because, you know, why bother doing that?